Okay, so I'm going to talk about 4 muscles today. 1 muscle from the quadricep group, and then all 3 muscles from the hamstring group. All of the muscles that I'm going to talk about, all the information is coming from Get Body Smart. Now, I'm starting with the quadricep muscle. This is the rectus femoris muscle. Okay. The origin of the rectus femoris has 2. The first is the AIIS. That's the anterior inferior iliac spine. And 2, the ilium above the acetabulum. I don't know how to pronounce that. Then the insertion, it has 2 as well. One is the quadriceps tendon to base of patella. And the second is onto tibial tuberosity via the patellar ligament. Actions, it has 2 as well. 1 is to flex the thigh at the hip. And 2, it also extends the leg at the knee. The innervation is femoral nerve L2 through L4. And again, this is the rectus femoris muscle. Now I'm going to move to the hamstring group on the posterior surface of the femur, and I'm going to start with the most lateral one, okay? This is the biceps femoris, okay? This is the long head of the biceps femoris, okay? The origin of the long head of the biceps femoris is the ischial tuberosity of os coxa. What's cool is that the origin for all 3 of these muscles is going to be the same. So the ischial tuberosity of os coxa, that's the origin. It has 2 insertions. One is the head of the fibula, and the other is the lateral condyle of tibia. The actions it has are 3. So the first 2 actions are going to be the same for all 3 muscles. It's just that last action that's going to be different for the biceps femoris. So let's talk about them. The actions: number 1, it extends the thigh at the hip. Number 2, it also flexes the leg at the knee. And 3, it laterally rotates the leg if the knee is flexed. So biceps femoris laterally rotates the leg if the knee is flexed. And the innervation, it's cool that the innervation is the same for all 3 muscles. So it's the tibial part of the sciatic nerve, L5, S1, S2. So again, this is the long head of the biceps femoris muscle. Okay, now we're going to move on to the next muscle from the hamstring group. This is the semitendinosus. Okay, so this one is right in the middle. You see that? So let's talk about this. The origin, as I said, is going to be the same for all 3. So the origin of the semitendinosus is the ischial tuberosity of os coxa. The insertion is the proximal tibia medial to tibial tuberosity. And again, it does 3 things. The first 2 are going to be the same. It extends the thigh at the hip. And 2, it flexes the leg at the knee. But the third action is what's different from the biceps femoris. The third one is that it medially rotates the leg if the knee is flexed. So the innervation is the tibial portion of sciatic nerve, L5, S1, S2. So like I said, they're all the same. Now, last muscle is going to be the semimembranosus. Okay. The origin of the semimembranosus, the same as all the other 2 muscles of the hamstring group, the ischial tuberosity of os coxa. The insertion is the posterior medial condyle of tibia. And these 3 actions are exactly the same as the semitendinosus. So number 1, it extends the thigh at the hip. Number 2, it flexes the leg at the knee. And 3, it medially rotates the leg if the knee is flexed. Okay, the nerve, the innervation is the same, which is the tibial portion of sciatic nerve L5, S1, S2. And again, this is semimembranosus. All right, that's it.